Guys, so this is going to be a review of the nytol 1 and night 50 milligrams tablets of I'm not going to attempt to say that word. Anyway, this is one where you're only supposed to take one, and I'll get into that in a minute. Because usually they're normal ones. It's not 50 per tablet, it's less than that. Now, I've never tried nytol before. I've tried calms, and I really liked calms. This one has a side effect the next day, which is just no. So first off, you can get them off the counter ish in Boots. So they've got like the kind of like description on kind of like this plastic stuff, and you take it to the pharmacist, so they ask you questions. So it's still like off the counter, but they still have to kind of make sure you know what you're doing with it, and they're only supposed to be temporary. So if you, I mean, to be fair, doctors aren't giving out sleeping tablets, so I mean, this could be your only option. I don't recommend taking it long term though. Anyway, so first off, the first night I took these, they worked really well. I felt like I drifted to sleep. What I find that helps with this is also if I use an eye mask thing, which I don't have it to hand. If you want one of these eye masks you wear to go to bed, so it's dark, if that makes any sense. The only issue I had, and I've had it multiple times, so it claims you're supposed to feel refreshed the next day, bearing in mind as long as you have the recommended amount of sleep, which I can't remember what they said because it doesn't say on the box. I think it's like 8 to 10 hours sleep. But even when I had the 8 hours sleep, I woke up. It's hard to explain because I woke up awake, like I felt like I had good sleep, but also felt drowsy at the same time. So I felt awake but drowsy at the same time. I did a vlog mentioning that I had to take a Lucozade before the gym to try and kind of wake me up, because I wasn't too tired where I needed to take a pre-workout, but I still needed like woken up a little bit. And what was I gonna say, and it did kind of start to wear off, like, but anyway, the effects did slightly wear off, like, in the middle of my workout, but even then I didn't want to feel that. It is worse when you do not have the recommended sleep. It is 10 times worse, which is really annoying, because sometimes you need to go to bed, early. You can't sleep. So you take one of these to sleep, but then the next day you feel worse, and you think, I wouldn't have felt this worse if I'd not taken anything and I'd only had the 5 hours sleep. Like, the amount of time it would have taken me to fall asleep. So where I'd only end up having 5 hours, I wouldn't have felt as tired if I just didn't take these at all, which is really annoying. So another thing, so it recommends having one a night. I have had two a night before. It was only one time when I forgot it was only one a night. It didn't really do anything. Again, I just felt more groggy the next day. So because of that, I don't recommend these whatsoever. Now, I've not had calms night in a while, but from what I remember, and let's just change the ingredients, that one is a better one than this one, just because you just don't have the awful side effects the next day. So I kind of recommend it, but don't recommend it, because last time I had that was like ages, like it was years and years ago. So I kind of recommend it, but then I don't recommend it because I don't have to change ingredients or anything like that. But this one I definitely don't recommend, because it just makes you feel worse the next day, or it's just a weird feeling. Either it makes you feel even worse the next day, or it just feels it's just a weird feeling. So I don't recommend that you grab this one, and I probably won't be buying this one again, to be fair. I just rather just struggle to sleep and only have 4 hours, because I just feel 10 times worse if I have this. So and the next day is just like, it's just awful. So that's it for this. Another thing to point out, definitely recommend this. Don't try and swallow it without water, because the ingredient in here can be used as an anesthetic. So the longer you have your tablet in your mouth, the more your mouth starts to become numb, which can be a little bit scary. But then it's because it's used as, just drink some water with it. They are easy to swallow with water, just they're harder to swallow without water because they're like the chalky style tablets. So that's it for this review. So bye guys.